Author Andy Andrews wrote a great little book called How Do You Kill 11 Million People, trying to explain how it was that the Germans could sit there and allow millions of Jews to be killed during the Holocaust. And his answer was quite simple. It's breathtakingly simple, he says, and it's a method still being used by some elected leaders to achieve various goals today. How do you kill 11 million people? Lie to them. And you know, that's the same way you kill good elected officials, like Tom Leatherwood and Janice Bowling. It's how you get Republicans in the state to kill a bill that simply declares that a man and woman competent to enter into contracts at common law can also enter into a marriage. How do you get Republicans to kill a bill that says marriage, whatever we may make of it by statute, is still a relationship that exists independent of the government, that government didn't create? How do you get God-fearing people to be against a bill that declares marriage is between a man and a woman, that it doesn't come from the government? You lie to them, same way. And there are a lot of lies being told about the Marital Contract Recording Act, Senate Bill 562, House Bill 233. You see, what they focused on is the fact that in that bill governing common law contracts, there's not an age limit for entering into the contract. But see, any competent lawyer or inquiring media person would tell you that under common law, you cannot have a contract at all unless the parties have capacity. The thing you learn in the first class, in your first semester of law school. And capacity requires the judgment, the wisdom, the discretion to understand what it is you're entering into. And the common law also said that all contracts that are contrary to public policy are unenforceable. They're void. And the Supreme Court of Tennessee has said the public policy of the state of Tennessee is to be found first in its Constitution and then in its statutes, if there are statutes governing the subject area. Well, there's already a statute in Tennessee that says you can't marry and get a license unless you're 18. That's the public policy of the state of Tennessee. So a common law contract, everybody would know, if they knew the common law and they were honest with you, would say this bill didn't need an age requirement, because the common law would prohibit a contract against public policy, and it's against public policy for anybody under 18 to marry. That's how you kill a good bill. Tell Republicans, it's time to straighten out the record. Andy Andrews said this about how do you fix the problem. He said, with all we know, does anyone believe that telling the truth will solve our nation's problems? Of course not, but it is a beginning. In fact, speaking the truth should be the least we require of our elected leaders. After all, what are our standards for being led? Will you insist that our legislators, our Republican legislators, put the truth out there on the record and pass this bill? Thank you.